Hello, Sagittarius. Thank you very much for tuning into this week's read. For the main part of the read, I'm using the Paulina Tarot by Paulina Cassidy. There's a website for these cards, usgamesinc.com. If I'm saying it right. It is a 2008 deck, but who knows? They could have a reprint, or she could have some other stuff out. So, if you're interested, go ahead. Supportive Oracle cards, spellcasting Oracle cards by Flavia? I can't say that name right for the love of me. Barbara and Lizbeth. There's their full names. There's a website, shewhoisart.com. If we can just get it together. There we go. Alright, so if you're interested, there's the information. Yes and no. Okay. There's the cat, too, in case you're interested. I know a lot of people love the cat. He's back. Back again. Back again. Okay. What do we got for Sagittarius? Seriously? Okay. Listen, you get a lot of attention. You're not starving for it. What do we have here? We got a lot of cards. So, the Empress. When I'm feeling the Empress here, I'm trying to keep things together. I'm holding communication back for some reason. But I know what's going on, and I'm not really sure if I'm doing the right thing or not. These are the challenge cards, ironically. I'm not sure if I should be holding back information or not. But somebody else is like, I feel like somebody else is baiting you. Now, when we're going into this, it's like you have somebody who's close to you, or you like, or you feel very good about. I don't know if I wouldn't say you're best buddies with this person, possibly, but it feels more like I very much like this person. Wouldn't say we were best buddies though, if that makes sense. And come on, Vogue. Okay. I'm feeling an energy come forward of like, I want to figure out what's going on, but also at the same time, you have this energy like, I'm not looking to step across the bounds. Like, there seems to be a boundary here. This could be a work thing for a lot of you, because it feels like maybe this person does that or I do this, and there's certain lines I feel like I should not be crossing. So I'm trying to just kind of go along with that and be okay with that. I want to, but I'm not. I'm not going to cross these lines. I feel like I want to, though. I feel like I want to. It's somebody, again, I like. I might not be best buddies with them, but I really do like them. That's why I think this might be a work thing, because it feels like that, where you really like somebody, you really kind of mesh with them, but there's maybe reasons where we don't get overly chummy or too close. This is like almost like a soul friend, like a soul group person. A soul group person is kind of like, the way I view it, just to be fair. We live multiple lives, and there's certain people who just seem to gravitate around us every time. Like, we just seem to have, well, not every time, but many times, like, you'll have multiple lives with this person, and when they come back around, it just feels familiar, and it's just kind of like your soul friends, if that makes sense. If that makes sense. Because I feel like that's what we got going on here. Somebody who means a lot to you. Maybe you don't have the strongest foundation with them in this life, but you just feel like really connected with them for whatever reason. It doesn't have to do with anything with romance. It's just like, it's kind of like, I just feel like I know them. I just feel like I can trust them. I just really like them around me. It makes me feel better. Usually that's what it is. Because we can have, like, there's a friend group, the soul group that's a friend group, and then there's that soul group that's not as nice. There's that one too, but anyway, somewhere like I'm familiar with that, and I don't think I want anything to do with that. But that's a whole other story. I don't know why we're going down that road. Because I'm getting with this one, you're trying to stabilize things. You're doing it your way, but you're trying to keep them around you. You're trying to stay around them. You like their energy. It's funny that I brought in the other side of that, because sometimes we have people who are very negative, and they keep circulating around too. Like, I don't know how to explain it. It's like they're not good. But they just seem to keep showing up in life after life, but they're not good. They're just not. And I'm feeling like one of those energies might be around this situation too. I don't know if they're bothering you or this person, but you might be sensing that as well. That might also be kind of like motivating you to stay a little closer, because you just have this innate feeling like you need to help this person, even though there's nothing outwardly going on that's wrong. You just have this feeling like something can't be right because you're here and I like you and they're here, and I know I don't like them, even though I don't know why. Because I feel that energy there. They are kind of also giving you a heads up about whoever you're dealing with. They are holding it together. They have things more under control than it looks like. That's also a thing here. You may not see it, but if there's that negative, darker energy around them and you're kind of worried for them, they do see it. And they are keeping it at bay. Even if it looks like they're not. They're showing me an example of like, even if they're like tied to this person in some way, they do have it under control on their own terms, and they're figuring out what they need to figure out, but they know more than they say. They know more than you realize. You're very bonded with this person, Two of Cups, very bonded, but it's kind of like I feel still like, even though I feel very bonded, I also feel like there's a boundary, like I can't get too close. Weird sound. Okay. I feel like you're going to get more and more motivated to try to get closer to this person and kind of be like, I almost feel like you want to go right up to this person and be like, I think you're a great person, but I want to make sure you're aware of so-and-so because I don't think they have your best interest at heart. I just really think you should know. You seem to be wanting to do that, but I don't think that's the way to go with this. I feel like what they're saying is try to avoid doing that. There's going to be like a really strong motivation in the future to where you're going to want to you're kind of like, well, I don't want to just leave them floating out there as a target for this person, and I feel like they're going to get the crap end of the stick if I don't say something. And I feel like you're getting very motivated, like, I just want them to be aware of it. I just want them to know. If I could just be sure they know, it would make me feel so much better. I'm really getting don't do that. The workaround for that, I would feel, and I'm just trying to be sure, remind this person of their strengths, but don't step into like how they feel about somebody else, because I feel like that could easily backfire, and it just would not go well. It would have the opposite effect of what you want. Because I feel like they're looking at this energy, this rougher energy, darker energy around them, as it's wounded and it needs help. And they might get into this like protective energy. They're working something out karmically with this. They're dealing with something karmically. They have their own lessons to learn. They do see it, but they also feel like they can fix it. I don't know about that, but I don't know about that. They're very protective of this. They do. I feel like they think they see it. I don't know. They're looking at this like they see it. I know I see it, but I want to fix that. I don't know. Everybody has to do their own thing. There are people who, I don't know. I don't know what to say about that because it makes me nervous because, like, sometimes energies are so dark and so dense that, like, they see that intention and they will manipulate that to the end of the day and the next day and years to come. They're just trying to give you a heads up that they're devoted to that energy and they think they can make it better. Just kind of roll with it. I feel like they're saying just, if you need to say something, just remind this person of their strengths and how they see the truth. I wouldn't touch that other conversation or information about that person with the 10-foot pole. Just talk positively about them and remind them of what they do good and how good they are and how it's easy to see how good they are at certain things. That might be something they actually need, because when I'm feeling this darker energy around them, that darker energy might be trying to erode those thoughts and make them feel like they're not good at something they are good at. So if you come in and you kind of counteract that, kind of telling them that they are good at stuff, and that, showing them like, remember when you did that? Wow, that was awesome. You were really good at that. That might counteract and rebalance the situation. That would be where you'd have a positive effect that could be more longer lasting. Because I'm getting like, otherwise they're not wanting to hear. They're not wanting to hear about the negativity. that exists around them, they really do feel like they have it under control, and they do feel like they see it for what it is. They won't react. They won't respond to that well. They won't react to that well. So that's like a workaround. I feel like that's good. Like, just tell them what you see good of them, highlight their strengths and what you see that's good in them, and leave it at that. And that should work. All right. I'm going to shut this down here, especially before my cat destroys my house. So I hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James the number 4, astral@gmail.com. Also, if you're interested in the donation information, that's below as well. Thank you for watching, and have a good day.